to the inaugural Financial Fridays. My name is Glen aka the Intellectual Venture Capitalist. I've gone from investing in stocks to investing in people or students. This is our inaugural session. We're going to talk about the Zoom room. So why should you listen to this? Well, my background is I was the founding director of the Center for Financial Studies. I found talent and then I developed that talent for the investment or finance industry. My job wasn't to find them employment, but make them employable. So that was my job. I was a former founding member of the senior management at New Brunswick Investment Management Corporation, which is now Vestcor. They invest all the public service, teachers, and judges funds as a minimum. So I've been on both the buy side and the sell side. I was an institutional equity portfolio manager and I was a capital markets associate. I'm also a CFA charter holder. And my goal of this series is to tell you how to get your foot in the door or on the investment island. It's also to give you background in a book that I'm writing, which I'm calling Rocking the Boat. So the Zoom room, we're going to talk a little bit about the room that we're actually presenting from and how the series is going to work. A little bit of a plug. The Center for Financial Studies, its flagship was the Student Investment Fund program, which was the first in the Atlantic region. We were profiled in the National Post. We were also profiled in the Globe and Mail because of our unique investing strategy, market neutral, which is a hedge fund strategy. When I left in 2017, we were the #1 undergraduate program in terms of assets under management with close to $9 million, which students got to invest. Yes, it's real money. And with the CFA curriculum embedded in the program, we were one of a kind in the world. Now, this is part of the Rocking the Boat series. And so the Rocking the Boat is going to be the book that I write. My goal or objective is to get a book written by September of 2021. It's really about how to get your foot in the door. This YouTube channel is how to stay in the industry. Make sure that those lessons that we learned in 2008, the book talks about the students in 2008 and how they triumphed during the market turmoil. And that can apply for any situation, which can apply for the current COVID situation. These techniques should be used all the time. Now I'm just in the process of finalizing my logo, Rocking the Boat. As you can see, it's red on black, red suggesting the losses were associated with 2008 and the black associating with the profitability. And you can see the stock chart. And so it's how little known investment students triumphed during the stock market crash. All proceeds, or most of the proceeds, will be going to set up a scholarship for the program that I used to set up at University of New Brunswick. Now, the SIF have 4 key performance indicators: portfolio performance, CFA pass rates, university competitions, and SIF graduates or careers. Now we'll talk about these other ones in other slides. The portfolio performance, we're going to talk about controlled risk-controlled active management or market neutral, the process we're using. And so what we're doing is, instead of putting all the detailed stuff in the book, we're sort of taking it out and we'll talk about in the videos, but we'll talk about peripherally in the book. CFA pass rates, we're going to talk about our teaching methodology, stairway to employability, how that created a pass rate of 50% higher than the industry average that we're quite happy with. University competitions, we're going to talk about how we got our 15 podium finishes, of which the most important one, the most impressive one, is this one right here, where we were the first Canadian university to win the North American CFA investment research competition, came second in the world. Very proud of that. And that's part of our Zoom room. But I thought to start off, the most interesting thing would be the graduates' careers. Why should you listen to these videos? How do you know that this program's any good? Well, at the end of the day, it's because of the careers that the students had. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up the Zoom room and then we're going to interview SIF graduates. We're going to talk about the buy side, the sell side in the next video to make sure you understand the differences between the two, what their objectives are, how they get paid, and what the culture is. That's the most important thing. Then we're going to talk about the Futures Atlantic Symposium in one video. This is an event that we set up opportunities for Atlantic-based students as we talk about the systemic discrimination against Atlantic-based students because they're not in a financial center, And so there's this idea that they wouldn't be able to make it in the investment business. And then we're going to interview different students. We're going to talk to Ken Fox, who in this picture was taken as the Vice President of Investment Banking, TD Securities. He's now over in England, working for one of Richard Branson's companies on the investment banking side. Sean McNulty, how he took his investment banking experience and started his own business. Then we're going to talk on the buy side on public equities. We'll talk to Subu Che, a global bond manager for RBC Global Asset Management. We'll talk to some private equity managers. And then we'll talk to Faber Romana, who went from Vice President at Goldman Sachs to Senior VP Corporate Finance at Shaw Communications. And so there you have it, Financial Fridays, and this is the Zoom room. So I'm talking to you from the Zoom room. You'll always see me in my SIFT jacket, Student Investment Fund jacket, which celebrated its 20th year in 2018. We started in 1998. Always wearing my Roger Federer hat. Work hard, play hard is the big thing in this industry. You'll see in the background here the certificate. This is the CFA charter I got way back when in 1990, number 13,000. That's pretty impressive when you consider there's over 150,000. On this side of the wall, you're going to see different teaching awards that I won at the University of New Brunswick. On the other side of the wall, actually, we'll take a look it up. That's the Chartered Investment Analyst Award. We'll talk about that. That's if you wanted to go a hedge fund, real estate, or private equity side. And then on the other side, we got these service awards that I won. But by far, the most important award from my perspective is an award the students gave me. There are a lot of professors out there that brag they win a lot of teaching awards. I would argue I've got the ultimate award, but these students, my graduate students, actually created a tombstone for me. A tombstone is what's used on the finance side of the business, recognizing how much money is raised. And they invited me back at their expense to Toronto. I currently live in beautiful Victoria, and provided this tombstone to me, which I'm very proud of. Around me, you're going to see some Berkshire stuff. So you'll see me drinking from a Berkshire mug. So I used to take my students down to see Warren Buffett. That was a regular. And you may also see our ethical integrity, collaboration, little things. So there you have it. That's the long and the short of it. So hopefully you're going to join us in this journey on how to get your foot in the investment business, and then how to stay in the investment business. And so I can always end with the last little thing. I used to carry a card in my wallet all the time to remind myself what I'm all about. 100 years from now, it won't matter what your bank account was, the sort of house you lived in, or the kind of car you drove. The world may be different because you were important in the life of a young person. That's what I believe, and that's why I'm setting up these series. So hopefully you join us in this journey. Cheers.